Remember how I said we need a part 4 spinoff where everyone is doing casual stuff amid the bizarre happenings in Morio? Well, just in case we need to get the ball rolling, I have an idea. I'm going to pitch this to y'all, so we both about to pretend. The easiest yet best name I could think of for the series is called Morio, just in all caps. Series names are great when they're just short and sweet.
Greato ですよ、こいつは。
Series names are great when they're just short and sweet and to the point, or when they have like some sort of flavor to it, because you have stuff like, oh, The Wire, and The Mad Men, and Regular Show, you know? But sometimes stuff is just one word, like beef, and that exists. Now, for the series, I want it to be casual, but still have an ongoing story so that we do have an answer for the eventual end. Or, well, at least an end to the story. A good example of this could be Futurama. As for what happens in the show, we must ask 6 questions. That's when stuff like this, when you're conceptualizing stuff like this, you have to ask 6 questions, right? What is it about? What did they want? Why can't they get it? What did they do about it? Why doesn't that work? And how does it end? This way, while we aren't going to address every possibility and all the fun moments that we could have in the show, we can have an idea of what's going on and what's capable of happening. Well, this is going to be about Josuke, Ohiyasu, and Koichi. DiU was their junior year. It doesn't really translate like American and Japanese, but like you have to picture it. This is their junior year in high school. This series would cover their senior year after. As for what they want, they all have individual goals. Josuke is trying to figure out what's next after high school. Okuyasu, as a student and caretaker of his father, is trying to figure out his purpose in life. And lastly, Koichi, since these two are the best friends that he's ever had in his life, he wants to keep everyone together, or at least that's what he thinks he wants. The truth is, after these goals, they all have internal issues. Josuke is scared of the future, Ohiyasu is directionless, and Koichi doesn't want to be alone again. Now, Yukiko is still there, let's not get that misconstrued, but there's just a section in Koichi's heart that's dedicated to his friends. Like, they have spent all this time together, like, come on, you have to be real about it. As for why they can't get to their goals and what's going to be happening in the show, or comic series, or whatever the heck this is, Josuke only has some of a clue. He knows that he likes fashion, but there are a lot of things you could do with that. Okuyasu is taking on the difficult journey of trying to find purpose. That's an endless journey if you just never fully get control of yourself. Koichi knows that everyone has to split, like it's gonna happen, so he's with them on every trip, but he tries to sway their decision making a little bit here and there to where they will end up staying in Morio, but he doesn't press them too hard on it because he knows that that's their dreams and he's not gonna mess with anything. But what do they do about these issues because they exist? Josuke involves himself with a variety of people in Morio and out of Morio. In big episodes, they could go travel to different parts of the world as a unit for whatever reason that they need to. The reason is that most likely Josuke is trying to examine art and see what the world is like and the best places for his career. Not only would this make the Morio Warriors global and help contribute towards the ongoing ode to life that Araki goes with JoJo, but they can go to significant spots in these countries showcasing art, culture, and what they're known for. This would allow us to touch base in some places that JoJo hasn't even gone, or link back up in places where they've already been. That gives us room for all types of new characters, new interactions, and new problems. That's just Josuke's reason for traveling and what he's doing to figure out his future. Okuyasu travels with the group to involve himself further and with other people and learn about the questions of life that other people have asked from other people's perspectives. While Josuke deals with art gallery people, maybe Okuyasu meets some older people with a lot of good advice, maybe meeting some modern day philosophers, some young people with some simple advice, or he's doing something as simple as watching people playing chess in the park and he's just really about it because he's just like, oh wow, this is kind of a fire game. Now for Koichi, he's just following everybody else, and honestly, I want a various amount of things just to go wrong. Just going completely wrong with Koichi, but he will never be the person who started it, ever. Anytime someone has beef with the group, and specifically Koichi, it's most likely that person's fault, not the group itself. You know how Double D gets roped into a bunch of BS with the other Eds? Or how Skips will try not to do anything, but Mordecai and Rigby just happen to bring trouble towards him anyways? It's exactly like that. As for why this all doesn't work and they still end up thinking a lot about what the heck is going on with their lives, this is going to be the later part of the series. I want this part to be nearing the end. So traveling and all the experiences of the year won't explicitly tell Josuke what to do and how to go on with his life. And it just can't, because it doesn't work, because Josuke has to be the one to make the decisions, because no one else is going to do that for him. Okuyasu never finds his purpose through people, because purpose is something that you dictate in your life and no one else is going to do that for you. And as for Koichi, he's going to feel the impending doom that everyone is going to leave, because they most likely will, and he has nothing to make them stay home. And finally, as for how it ends, Josuke wants to become a fashion designer and a model, both of those things. So he's working towards that. I think it would be good for him to work under someone in Japan, but his plan is to open up a shop in Morio with what looks like high-end fashion, but at a reasonable price, because he believes that everyone should be able to be fresh as hell. Also, because he has Crazy Diamond, he can just do things that other people can't for certain outfits, and that will go crazy. Like, they need Josuke in the booth creating the most craziest designs because he has the ability to do so. Now, Okuyasu creates his purpose and believes that his purpose is directly removing the bad from people's lives, or trying to make it better at least. So Okuyasu and his dad run a trash type business. He uses the hand to get rid of a bunch of, non-recyclable items, because, it's just so easy to do that with his stand. Okuyasu also has a good chunk of change to just live casually because of this service that he provides. So he spends a lot of his other time on helping people of Morio just casually. Koichi sees everyone going about their jobs or potential jobs and recognizes that even when they aren't hanging out, they have the ability to link up when need be. Koichi loves everything that's happened and how everyone is just going about their lives, and he's booed up with Yukiko. And because all of the adventures that they had, Jotaro recognizes Koichi's consistent reliability.
Koichi-kun, 君は本当に頼もしいやつだ。この町に来て君と知り合えて本当に良かったと思っているよ。
This in turn becomes the actual reason why Koichi was even sent to Italy in the first place in 2001. Yeah, you look at that. Like, it all loops back. And I mean, it's a good enough basis that it's just like, oh, hey, Koichi, just because we hung out for part 4, I need you for part 5. That's as simple as that, and that works. But I also like this thing too. Now, for all of this, I need some cameos of the 90s and the year 2000. Just showing up in this, right? The year 2000, what? That's American Psycho, X-Men, In the Mood for Love by Wong Kar-wai, Gladiator, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon references. I need all of that. That one guard in Stone Ocean that looked like Tom Cruise, well, guess what? I need another guy that exists in there that also looks like Tom Cruise. Or Tom Cruise, that'd be cool too. Also, it's the year 2000. We're going to need a Destiny's Child's reference at this while we're at it. That was a huge group at the time. You could throw Backstreet in there if you want to. They wasn't as poppin' as them, but it's cool. As for stuff like art direction, I think Y2K stuff, aesthetic and all that, and stuff that looks like Jet Set Radio and grunge and punk and all that would definitely make sense. This is JoJo in the 2000s, so we have yet to see that angle. We saw 2001, and I think Golden Wind in general just had such a different vibe than what the 2000 actually was. But Stone Ocean actually does a great job with stuff like that, so you can, steal a little bit from there. But everything else is going to you, the viewer. Now you're back to being a viewer. We don't have to pitch anymore. If you want to make some stuff using my premise here, feel free, because I know that people have done stuff for my King Crimson Requiem stuff and a whole bunch of other things that I've done. I'm perfectly fine with that. I love when y'all do that. I like making up stuff, so if someone wants to use it to make art or, songs stylized for this and they want to use it for their own portfolios, that's amazing to me. As a matter of fact, if I keep making videos that other people just do stuff and make things about and add portfolios and stuff like that, and they make their own thing with it, my job is done here. I love that. I love being a part of the process. I'm just here to entertain and to help. But yeah, that's Morio. Will I do anything else with this? I don't know. That'd be cool too. I'd love that. but we have to see. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace out and Godspeed.